1. Question. What is the purpose of the U.S. Constitution? Answer. To set up the government, define the government, and protect basic rights of Americans. Explanation. The U.S. Constitution establishes the framework for the federal government, delineates its powers, and safeguards the fundamental rights and freedoms of its citizens. 2. Question. Who is the current Vice President of the United States? Answer. This can change with elections. Currently, the Vice President is Kamala Harris. Explanation. The Vice President serves as the second highest executive officer of the U.S. government and is subject to change with elections. 3. Question. What does the judicial branch do? Answer. Reviews laws, resolves disputes, and decides if laws violate the Constitution. Explanation. The judicial branch interprets laws, adjudicates disputes under the law, and determines the constitutionality of laws. 4. Question. Name one state that borders Canada. Answer. New York. Explanation. New York is one of the states in the United States that shares a border with Canada. 5. Question. What are two cabinet-level positions? Answer. Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense. Explanation. The Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense are key members of the President's cabinet, responsible for foreign affairs and military matters, respectively. 6. Question. Who was president during World War I? Answer. Woodrow Wilson. Explanation. Woodrow Wilson was the President of the United States during World War I, serving from 1913 to 1921. 7. Question. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Answer. Cherokee. Explanation. The Cherokee is one of the largest Native American tribes and originally inhabited areas of the southeastern United States. 8. Question. When do we celebrate Independence Day? Answer. July 4. Explanation. Independence Day, observed on July 4th, commemorates the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. 9. Question. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Answer. The Atlantic Ocean. Explanation. The Atlantic Ocean borders the eastern coast of the United States. 10. Question. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Answer. John G. Roberts Jar. Explanation. John G. Roberts Jar is the current Chief Justice of the United States, serving as the head of the U.S. Supreme Court. 11. Question. What is one power of the federal government? Answer. To print money. Explanation. The Constitution grants the federal government the power to print and regulate money. 12. Question. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. Answer. World War II. Explanation. World War II, which occurred from 1939 to 1945, was a significant global conflict that involved the United States. 13. Question. What are the two major political parties in the United States? Answer. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Explanation. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party are the two dominant political parties in the United States. 14. Question. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Answer. Checks and balances. Explanation. The system of checks and balances allows each branch of government to limit the powers of the other branches, ensuring no single branch becomes too dominant. 15. Question. Who is the governor of your state now? Answer. This can change with elections. For California, the current governor is Gavin Newsom. Explanation. Governors are elected by the residents of their respective states and serve as the chief executive officers of the state governments. 16. Question. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Answer. Declared independence from Great Britain. Explanation. The Declaration of Independence, adopted on July 4, 1776, announced that the 13 American colonies were no longer under British rule and were now independent states. 17. Question. What is the highest court in the United States? Answer. The Supreme Court. Explanation. The Supreme Court is the highest judicial authority in the United States and has the final say on interpretations of the Constitution. 18. Question. What is the rule of law? Answer. Everyone must follow the law, and no one is above the law. Explanation. The rule of law is a fundamental principle that ensures all individuals and entities, including the government, are subject to and accountable to the law. 19. Question. Who makes federal laws? Answer. Congress. Explanation. Congress, which consists of the Senate and the House of Representatives, is the legislative branch of the U.S. government responsible for making federal laws. 20. Question. What is one reason colonists came to America? Answer. Freedom. Explanation. Many colonists came to America seeking various forms of freedom, including religious freedom and economic opportunities. 21. Question. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Answer. Native Americans. Explanation. Before European colonization, various indigenous peoples, known collectively as Native Americans, inhabited the land that is now the United States. 22. Question. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Answer. Africans. Explanation. Africans were forcibly brought to America and sold into slavery, a practice that played a significant role in American history, particularly in the southern states. 23. Question. Why did the colonists fight the British? Answer. Because of high taxes, taxation without representation, the British Army staying in their houses, quartering, and lack of self-government. Explanation. The American colonists opposed British policies such as high taxes without representation in Parliament, the quartering of soldiers, and restrictions on self-governance, leading to the Revolutionary War. 24. Question. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Answer. Thomas Jefferson. Explanation. Thomas Jefferson is recognized as the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, which was adopted on July 4, 1776. 25. Question. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? Answer. July 4, 1776. Explanation. The Declaration of Independence was formally adopted on July 4, 1776, marking the birth of the United States as an independent nation. 26. Question. There were 13 original states. Name 3. Answer. New York, Virginia, Massachusetts. Explanation. These are 3 of the original 13 states that declared independence from Britain and formed the United States. 27. Question. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? Answer. The Constitution was written. Explanation. The Constitutional Convention, held in Philadelphia in 1787, resulted in the drafting and subsequent adoption of the U.S. Constitution. 28. Question. When was the Constitution written? Answer. 1787. Explanation. The U.S. Constitution was drafted during the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787. 29. Question. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. Answer. Alexander Hamilton. Explanation. Alexander Hamilton, along with James Madison and John Jay, wrote the Federalist Papers, a series of essays advocating for the ratification of the U.S. Constitution. 30. Question. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? Answer. U.S. diplomat and oldest member of the Constitutional Convention. Explanation. Benjamin Franklin was a key figure in the American Enlightenment and known for his roles as a diplomat and as the oldest delegate at the Constitutional Convention. 31. Question. Who is the father of our country? Answer: George Washington. Explanation: George Washington is often referred to as the father of our country for his leadership during the American Revolution and as the first president of the United States. 32. Question. Who was the first president? Answer: George Washington. Explanation: George Washington served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797. 33. Question. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Answer: the Louisiana Territory. Explanation: the Louisiana Purchase was a significant land acquisition by the United States from France in 1803, which nearly doubled the size of the nation. 34. Question. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Answer: the Civil War. Explanation: the Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865, was a pivotal conflict in U.S. history, primarily concerning the issues of slavery and states' rights. 35. Question. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. Answer: the Civil War. Explanation: the Civil War was a conflict between the Northern states, Union, and the Southern states, Confederacy, from 1861 to 1865. 36. Question. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Answer: slavery. Explanation: the issue of slavery was a primary factor leading to the Civil War, particularly the question of its expansion into new territories and states. 37. Question. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Answer: issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Explanation: as president during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, declaring the freedom of all slaves in Confederate-held territory. 38. Question. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Answer: freed the slaves in the Confederate States. Explanation: the Emancipation Proclamation, issued by President Lincoln, declared that all slaves in Confederate states were to be set free. 39. Question. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Answer: fought for women's rights and suffrage. Explanation: Susan B. Anthony was a leading figure in the women's suffrage movement, advocating for women's right to vote. 40. Question. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Answer: Franklin D. Roosevelt. Explanation: Franklin D. Roosevelt served as president during the Great Depression and most of World War II, implementing the New Deal and leading the nation during a critical time. 41. Question. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Answer: Japan, Germany, and Italy. Explanation: these countries were part of the Axis powers, against whom the United States and its allies fought during World War II. 42. Question. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? Answer: World War II. Explanation: Dwight D. Eisenhower was a five-star general in World War II and served as the supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe. 43. Question. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Answer: communism. Explanation: the Cold War was characterized by the ideological conflict between the United States and the Soviet Union, with the primary concern being the spread of communism. 44. Question. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Answer: the Civil Rights Movement. Explanation: the Civil Rights Movement, particularly active in the 1950s and 1960s, aimed to end racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans in the United States. 45. Question. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Answer: led the civil rights movement and fought for equality. Explanation: Martin Luther King Jr. was a prominent leader in the civil rights movement, known for his nonviolent activism and his role in advancing civil rights through protests and his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. 46. Question: what major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Answer: terrorists attacked the United States. Explanation: on September 11, 2001, the terrorist group Al-Qaeda carried out a series of coordinated attacks in the United States, including against the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon. 47. Question: name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. Answer: the Missouri River. Explanation: the Missouri River is one of the longest rivers in the United States, extending approximately 2,341 miles. 48. Question: name one U.S. territory. Answer: Guam. Explanation: Guam is an organized, unincorporated territory of the United States located in the western Pacific Ocean. 49. Question: name one state that borders Mexico. Answer: Texas. Explanation: Texas is one of the U.S. states that shares a border with Mexico. 50. Question: what is the capital of the United States? Answer: Washington, D.C. Explanation: Washington, D.C., formerly the District of Columbia, is the capital city of the United States and houses the federal government's primary institutions. 51. Question: where is the Statue of Liberty? Answer: New York Harbor, Liberty Island. Explanation: the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy, is located on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. 52. Question: why does the flag have 13 stripes? Answer: they represent the original 13 colonies. Explanation: the 13 stripes on the flag symbolize the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain and became the first states of the United States. 53. Question: why does the flag have 50 stars? Answer: each star represents a state. Explanation: there are 50 stars on the flag, representing the 50 states in the United States. 54. Question: what is the name of the national anthem? Answer: the Star-Spangled Banner. Explanation: the Star-Spangled Banner, written by Francis Scott Key, is the national anthem of the United States. 55. Question: name two national U.S. holidays. Answer: Independence Day and Thanksgiving. Explanation: Independence Day, celebrated on July 4, commemorates the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. Thanksgiving is a national holiday celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November, originating as a harvest festival. 56. Question: what is the capital city of your state? Answer: the answer will depend on your state. For example, for California, the capital is Sacramento. Explanation: each state in the United States has its capital city, which serves as the administrative center of the state government. 57. Question: what are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Answer: freedom of speech and freedom of religion. Explanation: these rights are protected by the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and apply to all individuals within the United States, regardless of citizenship status. 58. Question: what do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? Answer: the United States and the flag. Explanation: the Pledge of Allegiance is a statement of loyalty to the nation of the United States and its flag. 59. Question: what is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Answer: give up loyalty to other countries. Explanation: when becoming a U.S. citizen, individuals promise to renounce prior allegiances to other nations and pledge their loyalty to the United States. 60. Question: How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? Answer: 18 years old. Explanation: the 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1971, lowered the voting age in the United States to 18 years. 61. Question: One or two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy. Answer: voting and serving on a jury. Explanation: voting in elections and serving on a jury are two fundamental ways American citizens can participate in their democratic system. 62. Question: when is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? Answer: April 15. Explanation: April 15 is generally the deadline for most people in the United States to file their federal income tax returns. 63. Question: when must all men register for the Selective Service? Answer: at age 18. Explanation: U.S. law requires all male citizens and male immigrant non-citizens to register with the Selective Service system within 30 days of their 18th birthday. 64. Question: how many amendments does the Constitution have? Answer: 27. Explanation: the United States Constitution has 27 amendments, the first 10 of which are known as the Bill of Rights. 65. Question: what does the Constitution do? Answer: sets up the government, defines the government, and protects basic rights of Americans. Explanation: the Constitution establishes the structure and powers of the federal government and outlines the rights and freedoms of American citizens. 66. Question: what is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Answer: freedom of speech. Explanation: the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects several fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech. 67. Question: what is freedom of religion? Answer: you can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Explanation: freedom of religion, protected by the First Amendment, means individuals in the U.S. are free to follow any religion or none at all. 68. Question: what is the economic system in the United States? Answer: capitalist economy or market economy. Explanation: the United States operates a capitalist or market-based economy where private individuals and businesses control the production and distribution of goods and services. 69. Question: what is an amendment? Answer: a change or addition to the Constitution. Explanation: an amendment to the Constitution is a formal change or addition made to the document, typically requiring approval by both Congress and the states. 70. Question: what do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? Answer: the Bill of Rights. Explanation: the Bill of Rights comprises the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution, ensuring specific freedoms and rights. 71. Question: how many justices are on the Supreme Court? Answer: 9. Explanation: the Supreme Court of the United States is composed of 9 justices, including 1 Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. 72. Question: who vetoes bills? Answer: the President. Explanation: the President of the United States has the power to veto or reject legislation passed by Congress. 73. Question: what does the President's cabinet do? Answer: advises the President. Explanation: the President's cabinet, composed of the heads of the executive departments and other key officials, serves as an advisory body to the President. 74. Question: what is one power of the states? Answer: providing schooling and education. Explanation: the power to provide public education is reserved for the states under the U.S. Constitution. 75. Question: who is in charge of the executive branch? Answer: the President. Explanation: The President is the head of the executive branch of the U.S. government, responsible for enforcing laws and administering the government. 76. Question. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? Answer. 6 years. Explanation. U.S. Senators are elected to serve 6-year terms in the United States Senate. 77. Question. How many U.S. Senators are there? Answer. 100. Explanation. There are 100 U.S. Senators, with each state electing 2 senators regardless of its population. 78. Question. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? Answer. 2 years. Explanation. Members of the U.S. House of Representatives are elected to serve 2-year terms. 79. Question. Name your U.S. representative. Answer. The answer will depend on your location. Currently, for Los Angeles, California, it is Jimmy Gomes, among others. Explanation. U.S. representatives are elected to represent congressional districts within each state, with the number of representatives per state based on population. 80. Question. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? Answer. All people of the state. Explanation. U.S. Senators represent all citizens of their respective states in the United States Senate. 81. Question. Why do some states have more representatives than others? Answer. Because of the state's population. Explanation. The number of representatives each state has in the U.S. House of Representatives is based on its population. States with larger populations have more representatives. 82. Question. We elect a president for how many years? Answer. 4 years. Explanation. The President of the United States is elected to serve a 4-year term. 83. Question. In what month do we vote for president? Answer. November. Explanation. Presidential elections in the United States are held every 4 years on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. 84. Question. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Answer. This can change with elections. Currently, the President is Joe Biden. Explanation. The presidency changes with elections, which are held every 4 years. As of the latest information, Joe Biden is the President. 85. Question. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? Answer. This can change with elections. Currently, the Vice President is Kamala Harris. Explanation. The Vice President serves concurrently with the President and is subject to change with elections. Kamala Harris is the current Vice President. 86. Question. If the President can no longer serve, who becomes President? Answer. The Vice President. Explanation. If the President is unable to serve, the Vice President assumes the presidency. 87. Question. If both the President and the Vice President can no longer serve, who becomes President? Answer. The Speaker of the House of Representatives. Explanation. If both the President and the Vice President are unable to serve, the next in line is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. 88. Question. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? Answer. The Senate and the House of Representatives. Explanation. The U.S. Congress is bicameral, consisting of 2 chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives. 89. Question. Name one branch or part of the government. Answer. Executive. Explanation. The U.S. government is divided into 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. The executive branch is headed by the President. 90. Question. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? Answer. The President. Explanation. The President serves as the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces. 91. Question. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? Answer. To print money. Explanation. The federal government has the exclusive power to print and regulate money. 92. Question. What are the responsibilities of the federal government versus state governments? Answer. The federal government handles matters like national defense and currency, while state governments handle education and police. Explanation. The U.S. Constitution delineates powers between the federal and state governments, with certain responsibilities allocated to each level. 93. Question. What did Susan B. Anthony do for women's rights? Answer. Fought for women's suffrage. Explanation. Susan B. Anthony was a key figure in the women's suffrage movement, advocating for the right of women to vote. 94. Question. What is the minimum voting age in the United States? Answer. 18. Explanation. The 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1971, lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. 95. Question. Who is responsible for the defense of the United States? Answer. The President. Explanation. As the Commander-in-Chief, the President is responsible for the defense of the United States. 96. Question. What is the purpose of the United Nations? Answer. To promote peace and cooperation among nations. Explanation. The United Nations, UN, was established to facilitate cooperation in international law, international security, economic development, and social equity. 97. Question. Who was president during the Vietnam War? Answer. Lyndon B. Johnson escalated the U.S. involvement, and Richard Nixon ended it. Explanation. Lyndon B. Johnson significantly increased U.S. military involvement in Vietnam, and Richard Nixon was president when the U.S. involvement ended. 98. Question. What is the longest river in the United States? Answer. The Missouri River. Explanation. The Missouri River is the longest river in the United States, running approximately 2,341 miles. 99. Question. Name a U.S. territory besides Puerto Rico. Answer. American Samoa. Explanation. American Samoa is an unincorporated territory of the United States, located in the South Pacific Ocean. 100. Question. What is the purpose of the Federal Reserve? Answer. To manage the nation's monetary policy and oversee the banking system. Explanation. The Federal Reserve, or the Fed, is the central bank of the United States, responsible for managing monetary policy and regulating and supervising banks.